Happy New Year! The bulls are ready to run, but can they take advantage? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so I am back from my holiday break, and I'm excited to be back. I have some cool things to share with you later in the video. I'm ready to get back into the market, and what we saw over the holiday break was the bulls set themselves up for a breakout. Now, the question is, can they take that breakout? If they can, we could be seeing the start of that C wave we've been talking about toward that 4,300 area. I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so we had a member leave the group here over the new year, and it was really exciting that he did. As you can see on the screen here, he left us a wonderful message. From our group, he was able to teach himself how to become a professional trader and pay himself a salary plus bonuses and profits off of what he's done. So it's really exciting when somebody joins our group and we see that kind of success. We see it all the time. We have several members doing very well. If you're interested in joining, stay tuned for later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And over the holiday break, we had a lot of low volume moves that made the ES a little bit sloppy. You're already in low volume in after hours trading, and when you're in a holiday week, it's even lower volume. So the market can be manipulated pretty quickly, but it still holds our setup for a move higher, especially on the SPX, which we'll look at in just a minute. But for this whole setup here, we have a potential 1, 2, 1, 2 setup with a breakout higher coming. What we'd like to see is a push through this 38.90 area, which they did at the open. They gapped over that actually and then sold it back to close that gap, and now they're trying to climb again. And if we can see a pushback over this high that they achieved on the gap up and ultimately through this 39.16 area up toward 39.42 on the ES, okay, that would be a very strong indication that we're starting our wave 1 of C higher, and this would be 3 of 1 of that wave C. So how that counts is this move up is a 1, this move down is a 2, then you got 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and you'd be looking for 3 of 3 up toward that 39.42 area. So what we're looking for from a bullish perspective, as I said, is a pushback over the gap up high that we got, as well as holding this low. If they break the low from last week at about 38.2175, that opens the door for the bears to push us down to the lower end of the 3,700 range to make a lower wave 5 and restart the process. We did get a really high volume push at the end of the week last week, which tells me that I think they do want to make this push. But again, if they break this low at 38.21, then we're looking at a move lower that would target the 37.20-ish area. So we'd look for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type move down into the 37.20 area to bottom out there, and then we'd look for a resumption of this move higher in wave C off of that low. So those are the two counts we're tracking. It's pretty cut and dry. Bulls want to push it up over 39.16 up to about 39.42 or higher. Bears want to break this low at 38.21, and ultimately if they break this low, that's a big red flag for the bulls that we're heading lower, this low at 38.04. So again, the parameters are pretty cut and dry, but let's go look at the SPX because that holds a much better setup than the ES does. Okay, and on the SPX, we're looking at the same type of setups where you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're looking for this breakout to the high side on the SPX. So the SPX setup's much cleaner because you don't get all that, like I said, that overnight movement on those low volume days that kind of clutter up the count. But the SPX looks like a really nice 1, 2, 1, 2 setup with a breakout to the high side. So that's why I favor us moving higher in this breakout should we hit the numbers that we went over on the ES. Over on the NASDAQ, seeing a very similar kind of setup here where we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup, and now we're looking for the breakout to the high side. We would like them to push out over 11,173.50 up toward that 11,247.50 area. That would be a strong indication we're starting the move up that we've been looking for. Then you'd look for a pullback from there and then a move up toward 11,367, one more pullback and a move up toward that 11,500 area. Now, again, on the NASDAQ, it's going to be very similar to the ES. where if they break this low on the way down, they've come down, up. If they come down and break this low, that's a big red flag for the bulls that were headed lower and might have to hit that 10,700 area on the way down here in order to get a better bottom and build from there. But the NASDAQ has a really nice 1-2-1-2 setup. The SPX has a really nice 1-2-1-2 setup. The ES's is a little bit sloppy, but again, you get that overnight trading volume that's very low, especially during holiday weeks. So it kind of mucks up the count just a little bit. But overall, the setups on both charts are looking for a wave 3 breakout, and we know the parameters we're looking for. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We've also added a Elliott Wave for Beginners course where you can get in here and start to learn Elliott Wave Theory the way I teach it from scratch. In our first room, my Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, as well as a midday video where I go over exactly where we're at in the counts and what to expect moving forward. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading, as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and it's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in the rooms so we can make some money together. Key takeaways for today. We're looking for the ES to break out over the overnight high here at about 3,900 and push through 39.16 up toward that 39.42 or better area as a strong indication of a breakout in wave 3. However, if they do break below this low at 38.22, that is a red flag for the bulls that we could be heading lower toward the 37.20 area. Over on the NASDAQ, similar types of setup. We're looking for that breakout over the 11,173 area toward the 11,250 area. If they do not are unable to break out and they break the low down here at about 10,852, that's a red flag for the bulls, pointing us down toward the 10,700 region. Guys, it's great to be back. That is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.